Hi, I'm Jerry McCall with Finger Lakes Distilling. If there's one liquor that history has given a bad name, it's gin. Gin was considered a social plague of 18th century England, and the bathtub gins of the Prohibition era were considered low quality and of a high health risk. So with all the mudslinging and name-calling going around, why are we still drinking it? Gin is most likely both loved and hated amongst your friends and family. How could one clear liquid cause so much controversy? Join me as we find out there's more than juniper to this drink. Gin got its start from a 16th century Dutch liquor called Juniper, or as the British called it, Dutch courage. From this early introduction, the British taste for juniper grew, first as a medicinal drink and then as a social one. From the 18th century, English law even allowed unlicensed gin production. Gin shops in London reached the thousands, and liquor was blamed for numerous social problems, even earning nicknames like Mother's Ruin, and the drunks of the time were described as gin-soaked. There was also a nasty practice in the early days of gin of swapping out juniper for turpentine, which I'm trying not to imagine what that would taste like. Luckily for this video, gin has taken a turn for the better since the old days. Today, gin is legally defined as spirits with a main characteristic flavor derived from juniper berries produced by distillation or mixing of spirits with juniper berries and other aromatics or extracts derived from these materials and bottled at not less than 40% alcohol by volume. Main characteristic flavor of juniper can be subjective, so you'll find some gins have a lighter juniper flavor than others. When we talk about juniper, we're usually talking about the flavor of juniper berries. This is what gives gin its signature piney, citrusy taste. Also, under this legal definition, gin can be made in a number of ways. Botanicals, or the flavoring elements used, will vary from one gin to another. Juniper is always one of the botanicals, but numerous herbs, spices, fruits, and plants can be used to add flavor to the gin. In addition, you can use ground, fresh, or even dried botanicals, or even the extracts of these botanicals. The possibilities are endless. Gin can also be distilled using many methods or styles. One popular method is through percolation. This is kind of like making coffee, but in reverse. Here we have a diagram of a still by what seems to be a small child. The percolation method involves hanging the botanicals above a high-proof spirit inside of the still. As the alcohol vapor moves up, they pass through the botanicals and carry flavor through the still. When you read London Dry on a label, this is actually one of the methods that can be used to produce that kind of gin. Here at Finger Lakes Distilling, we make our Seneca Drums and Mackenzie Distillers Reserve Gin in a London Dry style, however through a maceration or infusion method. This involves steeping the botanicals in a high-proof neutral spirit and then distilling this botanical tea. How British! We use our house-made grape and grain neutral spirit for our gin, and some of our botanicals include cucumber, anise, lemon peel, lime, orange peel, cardamom, ginger, and angelica. Some distilleries are tight-lipped about their gin recipes, but we've known each other for a while now, like 3 minutes. I'm sure you're cool. I'd like to thank you for taking an interest in what you're drinking, and if you're in the area, I invite you to come visit us at Finger Lakes Distilling. If you are of legal age to drink and have any questions or comments, please leave something for us below. And as always, please taste responsibly.